What if therapists, psychologists, and psychiatrists were seen as shamans, spiritual counselors, and healers? The idea of integrating spirituality into psychology may seem uncomfortable. Many of us come from backgrounds where spirituality and science were seen as separate, sometimes even opposing. I know this all too well because I was raised in a strict religious environment, and consequently, I'm wary of systems that could become dogmatic. In my practice as a psychedelic support specialist, I was given one clear instruction: avoid anything woo woo. Focus on brain chemistry, neural pathways, and measurable clinical outcomes. Avoid spiritual language. The concern was that using spiritual concepts might turn the practice into a fad instead of a legitimate science. Yet, despite this, I couldn't escape my own belief in spirit, in the belief that I'm a spirit inhabiting this body. Unlike Alan Lightman, I don't view spirituality as a byproduct of the brain, nor do I believe that the soul dissolves when the body dies, a view that research on near death experiences challenge. Instead, I see the soul or spirit as the eternal essence that transcends the finite temporary body. But how can we address this deep phenomenological experience that our patients have without delving into the spiritual? The truth is, science alone can't offer the meaning making necessary to fully engage with the richness of human experience. Psychology was once the study of the human spirit. The word psyche comes from the Greek for soul, spirit, or mind. Early psychologists, including William James, explored the soul and consciousness as interconnected. Over time, however, psychology evolved into more of a reductionist science, focusing on the brain, chemicals, and neural pathways, while leaving behind its roots in spirituality. This shift started with the Copernican revolution, which displaced Earth from the center of the universe. Humans were no longer seen as central to the cosmos, which shaped how we understood ourselves. With this shift, Descartes proposed the body-mind split, which led to Cartesian reductionism. This materialistic view left little room for the complexity of subjective experience. As science progressed, thinkers like Newton described the universe as a deterministic clockwork mechanism. This view helped us make tremendous advances, but it didn't account for subjective, phenomenal experiences occurring in out of body, near death, or altered states. In psychology today, we don't study the spirit or soul in its traditional metaphysical sense. We study consciousness, our awareness of thoughts, feelings, and experiences. However, ancient spiritual ideas about the soul provide valuable insights into consciousness and the self. Many concepts we now associate with consciousness, like identity, awareness, and the mind-body relationship, have deep roots in spiritual traditions. Hinduism, Buddhism, Greek philosophy, and Egyptian beliefs all explored the nature of the self and its connection to a greater reality. Revisiting these ancient ideas can help bridge the gap between spirit and modern psychology. But how can we integrate these spiritual ideas into psychology without slipping into dogmatism? This is where quantum mechanics comes in. Quantum physics, with its non-intuitive principles, offer a framework to unite the spiritual with the scientific. One of the key principles of quantum physics is non-locality, the idea that particles can be instantaneously connected across vast distances without any direct physical link. This aligns with ancient spiritual views on the interconnectedness of all things. For example, in Indian philosophy, the concept of Brahman, the universal consciousness, point to an underlying unity that transcends individual identities. This idea can be compared to quantum entanglement, where principles once linked remain correlated regardless of distance or time. In psychology, this can provide a framework for understanding how individual consciousness is interconnected with others and a greater whole, a principle that's echoed in theories like relational theory. Physicists like Roger Penrose and Stuart Hamerhoff have proposed the orchestrated objective reduction theory, which suggests that consciousness arises from quantum processes in the brain's microtubules. This theory connects subjective experience, the soul or spirit, to quantum phenomena, providing a potential link between spirituality and science. In addition, quantum mechanics emphasizes the observer effect, the idea that the act of observation can influence a system's state. In ancient spiritual traditions, particularly Buddhism and Taoism, awareness or mindfulness has always been viewed as transformative. In Taoism, achieving harmony with the natural order of the universe, the Tao, involves deep awareness and intention. It involves tapping in with the flow that's considered foundational to existence. Buddhism's mindfulness practice teaches that by observing the impermanent nature of the self, we can dissolve the illusion of the permanent self and connect with the greater whole. This mirrors the quantum principle that our observation shapes what we perceive, suggesting that inner observation can transform the dynamics of our internal system. Additionally, quantum mechanics is governed by the principle of uncertainty, which suggests that the exact state of a system cannot be fully determined. Everything is malleable. This idea resonates with Buddhism's teachings on impermanence, where reality is seen as fluid and in constant change. Similarly, ancient cultures like the Sumerians and Greeks viewed the soul or spirit as both enduring and ever-changing, echoing the uncertainty principle in its recognition of the continuous flux of existence. Quantum mechanics suggests that everything is interconnected. This is a central idea in ancient spiritual practices as well, which recognize that well-being involves aligning mind, body, and self with a larger universal truth or force. Energy psychology techniques, such as thought field therapy or emotional freedom techniques, tap into the idea that mind and body are interconnected at a quantum level. These practices, along with more traditional approaches like acupuncture or meditation, work with energy fields to improve emotional and physical health, bridging spiritual practices with scientific approaches. By incorporating quantum principles, psychology can evolve into a more holistic discipline, one that recognizes the interconnection of mind, body, and spirit. When ancient philosophies are integrated with modern scientific insights, they offer fresh perspectives on mental health, consciousness, and well-being. Reimagining psychology in this light allows us to move beyond reducing the mind to mere brain chemistry, encouraging a deeper, interconnected understanding of human experience. This is precisely the aim of transpersonal psychology. However, it's crucial that this integration avoids becoming dogmatic. The goal is not to impose rigid spiritual or metaphysical beliefs, but to create a flexible framework that honors the complexity of the human experience while tapping into the transformative potential of quantum insights. In essence, quantum mechanics offers a doorway for psychology to reclaim its spiritual roots, bringing spirit back to psyche and spirituality back to the field of psychology. Thank you.